someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back my stuff, I get sooner than this. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back my stuff, I get sooner than this. Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Oh, won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. I wish you all the best I can, but I stop myself for a while. I'm staying fake, I don't believe the panic's rising up in you. Why won't you tell me something new? Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back my stuff, I get sooner than this. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back my stuff, I get sooner than this. Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Why won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back my stuff, I get sooner than this. Don't you think you wanna be more the best? If I back my stuff, I get sooner than this. Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Why won't you tell me something new?
Hey, Dave. Dave, I can't see, man. You're blocking the view. Can you move? I can't see. You're blocking the good parts. Dave. Ah, hell, there's another one. I can't see.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin.
Oh, there's a short one.
Go for a
Whee!
while. Then I'm taking you in. Fists like diamonds, glimmer and punch. Shiny predator with a golden gun. Space age girl machine. Space age girl machine. Space age girl machine. Thought you lost me, but I'm right behind.
DP, man after my own heart right there. I think I can help you out with that. Nothing like a good cowbell on a Sunday night. Make number go up. Please go up.
Space age girl machine.
You're late, Sean.
For those of you out there,
I just want your Bitcoin.
I'm sure say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Glad to have y'all here. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We've got a nice little pump out of Bitcoin there. This is a chart setup that I posted over on Telegram. It's just, I was already in one, and this one, actually, I think I took profits. I think I'm out of my trade. Now, can we go higher? Well, it looks like she wants to try to make another run for the border, and that's okay because we got another target sitting right up here. Right up here around 65,000. That one might be a good one to front run just a little bit, just in case. There's probably a lot of sell pressure right up through here. I got a negative 0.618 hanging right below our other target that we got from a different Fibonacci type measurement there. So it's nice, but there is going to be we are at a rejection point if you start following the trend lines that are kind of here. And I'm on a small time frame, granted, this is a small one. Let's see if we can turn some of this stuff off our screen. Hope I don't forget to put it back on. Just connect our trend lines here. Gives us, and kind of ignore this one. This one's from a bigger thingy thing. You see, well, you might as well zoom out. Zooming out really tells the bigger picture of the story. If you're trying to go by what we're just looking at right here, then where we are. Here is what I see. And actually, what I see overall might be kind of controversial. But I mean, we had a nice breakout, and then we started making a rise and wedge pattern. Now, these normally break to the downside, and this one did not. Now, I love that myself. Because when they break to the upside, oh, it's a good move, baby. It's going to be a good one. So from where we are right now, we got rejected where my target was. That's just, kind of the first target. We should get a pullback. Now, maybe as low as maybe the 63.3. That'd be a shallow pullback, meaning it wants to go up higher really quickly, or coming all the way back down to the retest, the breakout area. That is quite common with this. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Nobody talks about it, but it's got a high chance of coming right back down here. May not be now, maybe after it hits another target higher, but you can look for 63 to be revisited there as a retest. It's nice to have that thought on the back burner, just so you have a backup plan. Now, if we're following this trend line, that's fun and dandy. Now, she may come up. Now, I think personally we're going to top here and then come back and retrace. However, on the weird ass chance that maybe we are getting super bullish tonight for whatever reason, and she does cross this trend line, hold on, it's a coming, and we could make a big strong ass move up here to 65,000, maybe as high as 65.5. So we've got that possibility, but she's got to do a lot of hurdles. She's got to have her Wheaties this morning. She's got to have a lot of things going in positive direction for Bitcoin for that to happen. So it's not like that's the bet on the farm, or bet the farm on that. And especially entering a trade here hoping for that would be very risky at this point. But there should be a lot of people looking at taking shorts at this area. This is a 618 Fibonacci area, pull area. It's always good that we zoom out. Let's zoom out with Bitcoin. That is what's going on in the nitty gritty, because we know that we got a bit of a pump going on. Don't want to use that one. What is this? Oh, well, that's cool. If the fractal does not work, then that is awesome. So I want to keep that here though. Here's one we can play with right here. We've already got a target up there at $64,266. That's a measure move target. She is in the blue. I can't remember because I didn't take notes which it was. So when we do zoom out on Bitcoin and see that we are in a channel, bouncing off this bottom gives us a chance to start coming up to these higher areas. Looks like we won't try to do that. No denying that. We came up from 62.8, loves it. 64,266, next target I have, a measure move I have right here. It would be great if we could come up here and make a higher high. That would be wonderful. That would be awesome. I know what I'm missing. I'm missing my guys here. I'm missing my guys. The biggest thing we probably want to look at is on the daily, because we're flirting with that 200 moving average right here. Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. I feel like cleaning out a chart. Can I get a clean one? Can we get a clean chart? Do we do Binance? Here's a clean one. Should we add this one? Let's add this one over to here to our watch list. And that way, oh, it's already here. I just got to drag her up, I guess. That way I won't have to start fumbling with them all the time. Oh, whatever. I'll remember to do that in a minute, I guess. Shouldn't you just kind of go? Anyway, here we are. Clean chart on the daily. There's a frog in my throat. All right, so 200 moving average. Now, currently looks like price is going above it and trying to get above it. And I know, and I've heard somebody say, if we get above it, we're gone. We're gone. I'm not sold on that idea because these moving averages, they going to sandbag us. They're going to look. The 9 has crossed barely over that 21. We don't just walk away from that. You just don't. You just don't walk away from that. You go and come back, talk to that one. So, and what's that sitting at? 62.5-ish. So yeah, I wouldn't get super bullish right now. Especially if my idea about Tuesday comes to fashion. I'm just telling you, be cautious. There's signs on the charts. Nothing definite. It's totally speculative, but I've got some confluence on several different charts that are suggesting that Tuesday the 8th is going to be something the day something happens to the market. And my guess, based on these moving averages, that it's probably down. And then correlate that with some events that may possibly also happen during that time. And I don't know if that would be the cause or the effect, but it looks like Tuesday might be an upsetting day in the market. So I would advise caution. I also advise you paying yourself when you can. Now, I know it's cool. We made a higher high here. And we got two schools of thought on, well, there's several schools of thought here. Let's go over the thoughts, what we're looking at on Bitcoin overall. So we're not too confused, because I got a feeling it's going to get really confusing this week. So we made a higher low, we made a higher high than this over here. That's awesome. Now, either we are going to try to make a lower low, maybe even lower than what we had here, hopefully not lower than this one, or we're going to try to come up, retest this area, and here we could double top. Well, that's a scenario. May not even make it up that far, but okay, you could roll over here. That's one scenario, and come down lower. That's a scenario. We can come up and double top, or we can finally get above this and then really actually start working on getting this little guy over here, and then maybe have a pullback. Now, I know everybody's wanting for that, and we got October and everything. What I see on the charts, I can't see how that can just too easily happen all at once. I think it has to work up toward it. You see how we came down here and we kind of had to work for it a little bit. Yeah, we might have some, you know, some zigzags before we do that. So I don't want to get too, but it's got all this stuff, all these moving averages. They're weighing the price down, and they've got to cross bullish over. Now, the only thing they could do it instantly is if there was just like one big old candle like we've never seen before, you know, a lot of momentum just all at once taking us up. That could start bringing things around quicker. But I mean, over these next 2 days, is that going to happen? I don't know that it might happen Tuesday. I think the world's going to be on alert on Tuesday for sure. Then we've got this idea. Don't ever want to forget this idea. We got the trend line. So at very best, if we do pump and we were to go straight up, this line would be resistance. So higher than 68 for this particular daily candle, or higher than 69 for the next day's daily candle is you know, that's probably about the extent that we would hope to see, or could hope to see. That would be strong resistance there, and we should get a pullback in that scenario. So that's what we're playing with. Here's what I do like: swing low to swing high. We came around and we found support on this 382 area, And by my Fibonacci strategy, that one can actually lead to a nice move. And it does look crazy, but it could be a move like this to take us right up here to 74,000. Not in a straight move, but it doesn't have to not be. I mean, it was a fairly straight move to get where we got here. So I don't know. Time frame on that, if we follow this same trajectory that we're on, we put it somewhere around the 26th of October. Well, that would be amazing. Now, are there any indicators that support that maybe we could do that? Ichimoku Cloud's agreeable with it. She's not ready to try to swallow us up or anything right now, so, you know, she's saying it can happen. It's within the realms of possibilities. But we still got to work through all these moving averages, because it wasn't very long ago when they just crossed bearish. And it's not like they just cross over whenever and cross back in. That's kind of a big thing. On our plus side, it's happened to us before, very briefly over here. Let me get the bigger guys off. When we lost the 200 and everything, that's the main one we're looking at, so 200. But we did recover, but it took us a minute though, right? After we started losing these things, it took us, how long we have? 63 days? Oh Lord. How long have we been underwater here? Roughly about 62 days. I guess you could make an argument, if you're going by something more time-based, that, man, maybe it is time we get up there and pull this little sucker together. Interesting. Let's keep that in mind. Keep that on the back burner. We're all hoping for a breakout. We all are. We all want number to go up. We all want to get rich, get those crypto promises, those crypto dreams. Those Lambo dreams, I guess. I probably wouldn't even know a Lambo if I saw one. Well, I don't know. I could probably get several of those cars confused, to be honest with you. So what do you think? Are we going to pump? Are we going to dump? I shared a stream with the members, and it went over something that I saw that I'm talking about on that kind of suggests things happen on days. And it's a Gann principle. Do you want to do it, Road Dog? Were we pulling HUD? Hello? It wasn't you. It wasn't you. I don't know if we want to get into this or not. This is the one that keeps giving me the 15th and the 16th. Anyway, when we get into the woo-woo stuff that I was doing, suggesting that maybe there might be a chance of a pullback on. It doesn't necessarily have to be a pullback. It should be a big noticeable move, but the chart suggests pullback or a drop on the 8th. Just something I've seen, doesn't mean it's going to happen. We talked about it in the group, and it's over in the Telegram group. Anybody wants more information about that? I'll just say, just be cautious. Be cautious. Don't get too overly bullish just yet. Just yet, because we still could be getting another pullback here. This could be just a little fake out. And if I was on any other time frame, looking at what I'm seeing here on these moving averages here, I'm saying, oh, that got rejected. She's getting ready to come down. I'm just being honest with you. On any other time frame, that's what I would be saying here. So guys, let's go ahead and start getting into the altcoins. It looks like one thing that is popping off right now is meme coins for one. So tonight will probably be a Degen night. We're looking over here at total 3, nice bounce. We just got a resistance area that we've had to play with before. Might have to play with it a little bit, struggle, but All it's gonna look like they're trying to get a nice little pump. I suggest you take advantage of those nice little pumps. Let's take this little line over and let's start to see if we can respect a new little bit of an angle. Nice. Now we got a new trend. Now we got a possible, what happened? Well, you screwed that up, Road Dog. Technology. Now we got a channel idea right there. So if you do, oh, you think you can come back all the way up here? That would be a hellacious move right there. So when we can figure out what channel the price is traveling in, and I think it usually travels in little channels, it can kind of help you figure out the top range of things, and that does suggest this previous resistance area over here at 659 billion. That'd be a nice come up for altcoins, y'all. That'd be nice. Just need Bitcoin dominance to start coming down, though. And she's kind of trying to figure out what's going on. She doesn't have a clue right now. She's fighting right on that line. Looks like, oh, she's printing down right now, 58%. That would be a nice little help for us right now. So let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Welcome to the stream. We're starting to get on the way. Seen you guys asking for a few coins there. Degen coin on CoinEX. We'll get to that. We got Jason. How's it going, Jason? Barna. Nazarite. How's it going, my man? Good to see ya. We got Dave P. Girthan. King Hell. Hey, welcome to the stream, my man. New name. I didn't recognize you. I always like to have new people here. Yeah. We got Sam again, Dave B, Brackish Adventures. Celinda. Smart lady right there. How's it going, Celinda? Bear flag cup and dangle to the upside. A plunging neckline to the upside, says Sam. Bracket says, honestly, insurance is so high on exotic cards, I would likely not ever get one if I had Lambo money. True that, yeah. There's better. Rich Dad, Poor Dad made very good arguments over there about buying assets instead of liabilities. I don't like to spend money. I don't either anymore since I got into crypto. That's weird because before I was... Dude, I got like 25 guitars, and I don't need. I just went on a guitar collection spree when I couldn't afford it. Before I ever, got anywhere close to where I'm at now. Just being stupid. Run them credit cards up. Do stupid stuff. Now I'm just like I don't spend very much money at all. Everything's in crypto. Chris says the resistance is no joke. All right, well, let us go over here. Take a look. Our first request was Degen coin, which has been doing good. I used to have some of this, and I think I got out of it. Stop loss. And I think this is why I got out of it, because she was doing all this. But look, this stuff comes over. She's busting through the cloud on the daily. That's strong. She's getting ready to do it. Now the question is, how high will she go? And just make sure she's not doing, the old Bart Simpson butt crack kind of idea. That would suck, but that would, yeah. But we got to keep that idea in mind. Otherwise, it's a rounding shape. I just don't know if it's going to have another symmetrical or somewhat symmetrical side to it. So let's turn to our fibs and see what they say. Okay, we're trying to clear this area right here, that little discount zone below this line. Why are you so big? There you go. Let's raise that guy up there because I'm just kind of picky about that stuff. And it did jump all the way up to the second one, right? You got all this stuff over here where we just fell through, and as quickly as this comes down, it can shoot right back up here pretty quick. So if you're gonna go for the gusto, I'd go for 1.7 cents myself personally. But you got some great little take profit targets in between. Fibbing it out is the way to go. That's from this guy. Now if we were to pull the other one, he'd take us about right here in this area. Talking about doing the same technique. Sometimes I did it from a half here, this latest high. That was back in June. It's not unreasonable to expect it to come back to 1.7 cents or even up here to 0.021. You'd have to be a lot more patient to hit these targets. It may not shoot up all at once, but then again, I don't know, it might. She can get it going when she gets it going, so let's see. But clearing this area was this is the big hurdle that she's working on right now. Let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hour looks nice. 4 hour says she's wanting to do it. My cloud, I don't have it very dark right now where I can see it too good, but it looks like we got some green right there. That's not the greatest. This red's good though on the 1 hour. 1 hour looks good too. So she looks like she's wanting to keep going up. So from here, I think she's going to retest this area back at 1.1 cents, and that's not a bad come. That's 40% right there. If she gets up to our main target, 1.7 cents, well, you can moonbag it from just taking this trade. If it works out, if we got some sort of a flag or triangle or however you want to interpret that. And you take a measure move and put at the breakout area. That does suggest that we can come up to here, 0.0154 cents. We'll label that guy. I would approach it probably this way as a 1618, and I would just carry this down just a wee bit, right? Make sure I got you right. This is called an AB equals CD. And now you will see some people do this without realizing that they're doing this when they're chasing some flags. And well, kind of in some other patterns too. They just don't know about the little Fibonacci secret about where to place it to get the most accurate measurement. And I'm not saying this nails everything every time, but we are known to nail some Fibonacci targets here on this channel quite regularly. And some 1-to-1 AB equals CD. This, what I'm showing you right here, this AB equals CD is actually a bearish pattern. It is a bearish Fibonacci pattern, believe it or not. And what it means is that this really should be a toppy top, and we should get a steep pullback from this. The bullish one is when it's coming down, believe it or not. They call it, it sounds confusing, but we're looking about the end results, what happens after that target's met. And so it should start getting bearish after it hits this target. So that's another thing, I guess, because I'm not just looking, oh, it's flagged out there, she'll keep on going, let's draw another flag and keep on chasing flags. I don't have that in my mindset when I'm using this technique. And that keeps me from making some mistakes that some other people make a lot. And I don't know, I'm hoping that some of these things, I talk about this stuff because maybe this stuff might help you guys. I don't know. It's stuff that it's taken me a long time to come across, you know, to put all this stuff together in a way that makes sense to me, and hopefully I can convey it. And, you know, it might be a tool that you can add to your toolbox to help you kind of figure out this market and then change your life, because honestly, the reason I do this is because we are living in an effed up world right now. And I think Bitcoin is our saving grace. I honestly believe God has given us Bitcoin to help us out in this time of need. Because a CBDC is nothing but you can't buy or sell without it, your hand or your forehead. And that's what the CBDC is. Bitcoin, it's our saving grace. It's to help us avoid having to take have that be forced upon us where we can't do anything. without approval or permission. And God don't want us to live that way. So I'm on the 6-hour chart here, and it may be a little preemptive of me, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume that maybe that is a bottom, and maybe we got a trend line. I'm not too sold on the idea. I'm not really seeing. There might be a corresponding angle right there. Might have something. That's a very steep channel. I wouldn't expect it to hold for too long. Wouldn't. But then again, you've also got this very start of a parabolic move on this, in my personal opinion, with the rounding shape. So, Degen, it looks, man, dude. I've got some, did I just pull these up? Mini targets, 14.8, or 0.014, 0.0157, but mostly I'm looking for 0.017. That's a nice target. ASM chart is moving against us, Sam. You better make it stop. Symbol AI. I got the Coinbase one here. She got up to her target before, nailed it, and it looks like she might be trying to get it again finally. I can't remember the last time I looked at this, so let's take a fresh look at her. And let's zoom out. Ooh, yeah, it's been a while, I guess. I don't know. I would say it's been since back in August. That's a long time to nail it. That is a deep retracement right there. How we're going to have to divide you up. She's at the 200 daily moving average. She's been there before, got rejected. Hey, this time she might break through. She already weakened it. There's a possibility. It may take a third attempt. I don't know. I do not see the future. .382 Fibonacci area. She's not really cleared that yet. She's cleared here. That's awesome. Loves it. Loves it. Loves it. Your moving averages are still down here in this area, though. She might want to come back and talk to them before trying to get up here. This is going to be the big one, 0.031. Look to the left and you see. Well, that's the reason why. That was the last points of support there before we lost it. Even got a hiccup there on the way down. So I think that's a sweet spot to really shoot for if you want to try to make it worth your while, as well as this target right above it. If we expect a bullish move, like a bullish spurt, we're going to start looking at these higher fibs around the 886 and 786. We're going to add them on there should they get past the 618. So we need that, because technically she could come up to these areas if she wanted to. But from going to here to there, 30%, 50%, maybe 63% from where we are now, meaning that if you'd been in this for a while, so if you're accumulating down here around this 236 zone, or a bounce off a trend line, or however you figured when you'd want to get in, or you might have even saw this following this trend line. It breaks out and then it breaks back in, and then boom, strong move. Works more often than it doesn't. I'm just telling you. If you keep track of your trend lines like that, now we got to add this new information just to make it relative. But if you got in down here, what would it be if you got up here? Ooh, that's a moon bag. I like the moon bags. That's probably the greatest strategy of all right there. When you're on the lows, when these cryptos are at their lows, or they've had a big pullback, especially at the low, this is a really good time. And you can get in cheap. That's quicker that you can double it. Pull out your capital. Let that sucker ride. Move that money into whatever you want else, or wait until that one comes back down and try to do it again. I mean, you can moonbag it, keep your capital, pull the coins off the exchange, moonbag it again, pull your capital, or take the coins off the exchange. You know, that's an excellent practice right there. It's the more price starts going up, the harder it is to do it, and the longer it takes to do it. But when we're down at the bottom, like we've been with these altcoins, yes, excellent strategy. And we're starting to see the little 2x moves and things like that. Sometimes you get lucky, like with SWE, which surprisingly is still wanting to go up. I was really looking for maybe that 140 area to, and give it time. Give her some time. She will tire out. But they had one of the hugest token unlocks. I think something like 80% of the total supply unlocks, and it's not just capitulated. Came down to 160. It's got a lot of tokens. I don't know. I'm still kind of skeptical about this guy. I liked it and everything, but I don't know if I want to bet the farm mode. I don't know that I want to buy it here, is what I'm saying. So I've taken profits along the way, and now I'm having to be stingy with them because we're getting up so high. And she ain't come back to let me get a refill. Baby, you guys to give us a refill. That's only fair. We came here. Hey, it says free refills on the door. That's what it says. The only thing free we get is the refills. Come on now. Don't be stingy. Come on back down. So a lot of token unlocks. I don't know. I'm still skeptical. I'm like, I just don't see price movement to really suggest what I might have. It just makes me suspicious. Maybe I'm just too paranoid with how crazy the world is right now. Anyway, hopefully we might be coming back up to 216 to retest that high. I do have a couple of higher targets for it, just for those that it's on the table. 242 and 266. She's already kind of hit my other target so far at 190 and 199. Or at 199, that was my target. I'm done. Ta-da! Oh wait, you already pulled back. You're trying to go back up to my target though, right? And this is where you are. She's above the 9 moving average on the daily. I cannot say anything bad about her. She's above the. This looks nice. That looks like that is yeah, we get pound support there. Where are you going, SWE? I'm breaking out. Oh dog, I'm going to 266. I'm going to 242. And we got to put this we got to draw a line on this one. So this is our goal. We must get past this target. What is that, 218? I got 218 on the actual line. I've got a trend line here, but I don't see what time frame. It's a shaky one. It's got a lot of fuzzy wiggle room in it, so I can't really. May have to move it up there. If I move it up there, that lines up really nice. I'll go with that. Sweet. How far are you up, Sweet? You up there? You about at an 886. I can't see you really going too much higher. I really can't. So, and this is an example of what I just talked about. Why to use these 3 targets. If you get something that's really bullish and it's not showing a sign that she wants to slow down too much, yeah, the 786 would come into play, and then the 886, which is that one that we had that nailed it. And she should come back at least here to 150. She should pull back. But 239, 264, they're on the table. They're on the table. I don't even have those marked up there with the price label. Okay, let me just back up real quick. And could I look at GTAI. I looked at it before. How far? Ooh, you went way down. How far down? Well, I don't know what all that was. Can't remember. That looks nice. Could it be a cup and handle? I'm kind of picky on those, but I might give this one a little leeway since price did rise into this lip. I'm picky. Prices, according to Tom's Bukowski, price is going to rise into the lip. You can't just be falling right into it. Maybe, but regardless, what you got is it's the round is kind of nice. The scallop is nice. A lot of times people are calling them when they're all jaggy and stuff. Regardless of whether you see this as a cup and handle, there's two other ways to look at this. One is as a horizontal channel that we're obviously in, technically, and then this is a flag. A possible flag idea here, which would break up and so. But whatever works for you to help you identify. But right here's your channel. And probably the easiest measure move you could ever do is just take the width of the channel. There are 1-to-1 moves. They double up. They just do. They got their own freaking ratios. And then look at this. You didn't believe me, but look. Where we just doubled up to have a target is also support resistance flip right here. It's perfect. So however you want to do it, measure moves. It's just, or however you want to start it, or just go ahead. Some people start out always, labeling their horizontals. I used to do that. I've just found some little things I think kind of fine tune some of that stuff a little bit. But it looks like we're headed to 99 cents, and then if we get past here, we'll have to struggle to do it. Could be heading to 169 over time. You gotta give it time. And she's trying to go a little parabolico. So that's cool. I don't know how long that will last. They don't always last. It doesn't always last. But it could just top and come down and do some stuff. Or like making the old famous Bart Simpson butt crack. Woo! It's got something. That's a hemorrhoid. I mean, that can happen. But at this point of the market and the way Total 3 is, I can't. A coin that would do that would not be one I would want to be in if it's going to start doing that. So I wouldn't want to partake in that. That's just that's a big opportunity cost if they want to come back into the reaccumulation zone. That's why it's so important for us to clear this area right here. This well, I didn't do it on here. Let me get it out. We'll get that area now. That one little fib zone. That's why it's so important to clear it. If you don't clear it, then this one ain't worth messing with. But when she gets clear, ooh, you'll be glad you bought down there. She is right on that line right now. I'm going to take this channel idea that well, I'll color it different. And I've got this red line. I'll just pull you up. How's that? Yeah, because that's what I usually do right here, is draw that red line as being the one. Oh, look. Well, that just spectacular. Look what the fibs did. It already identified that line anyway. It already identified that measurement. It's a dang good chance there with that confidence in my personal opinion. Even though we got 200 moving average down here, 170 makes a dang good target. That's the one I'd go with. I think it can get up there a little bit quicker than what it looks like. So if we clear this area, man, I'd definitely be looking at that. So we can clear $1. 170 would be the next target, and it may happen kind of soon. You can also look at this area. I want to throw this one out there. This is a support resistance flip, if you can see. And so this will be a big guy to look at. That was support here, and then it was resistance there. So that's another one. And if you were to take a fib, this is a technique betwixt the fibs or betwixt the targets there. And my 618 goes right on it and nails that support resistance flip. Tell me how it knows. Tell me how it knows. But the more you play with these things, it just becomes she does it all the time. Second eight, that's like mostly what she does. All that freaky stuff. It's got its built-in AI. So 142 looks like it's going to be since it was a 618, let's go ahead and color this one yellow. That will confuse me though, because it's not technically from. Yeah, we'll just keep it white. I don't get confused. We got a 618. Where'd you pull that from? I can't. I don't know. I can't find it. We got Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? You guys that don't know, Joe's a YouTuber. He has a channel over there. You need to go watch him. He had a great show. Hey, Joe, you had a great show today. Joe, man, he was breaking down how you should approach your leverage trading with that whole 1%, or you could do 2. Let's stretch it to 3% of your portfolio is all that you should risk when you're trading leverage, and it's thrown out there. It's never really explained. And I mean, even you got the 15-year trading gurus thinking that means that I'll just take 1% of my whole portfolio, put it in here. Then I can trade with as much of it. They don't even, some of them don't even grasp that at all. It's a systemic approach to trading. Now, it takes more discipline to do that, but that's how you do it and be the more successful. It does work. But anyway, check him out. He's got all the alpha, and he will explain all that to you. I'm not going to do it here. I'm on something else. Joe! When somebody's... Joe has been. I was in a trading group, and Joe was an admin there. When I went back to it for a refresher or whatever. Joe was there. I can vouch for how he charts and everything, and how he interact. He's a great teacher. He's a great guy. He's a great analyst, great chartist. He knows more about TradingView than anybody I know, and I watch him sometimes just to learn his TradingView tricks. And so when you sit there and say, "Does anybody know how to do this?" I'm sitting there going, "You're where I come for information. No, why are you asking me?" And because he's a master of TradingView, in my opinion. Where were you going with this? I'll get so sidetracked so easily. It'll come to me. But anyway, check him out. Check out his alpha. He's been doing this for so long. I can vouch for him, and he's done it, and he has a lot to offer, and when somebody's out there and they're learning stuff and they're expanding how they look at things and everything, it shows. It shows when they're out there gaining alpha, and then drawing on all the alpha and experience that they had out there. I see him growing. I see him evolving even more. So Joe's got some alpha to share. Go check him out. That's what I'm telling you. You will get the tools that you need to start winning in this game. And it's some of the tools that are just so overlooked because nobody was like, no. Trying to take a shortcut. Let's get some proper fundamental training. And that's one of the reasons why I say if you're a pattern trader, if patterns are your thing, is that's what led you here. If you're comfortable with patterns, man, if I can, the biggest thing I can do to help you out is point you to Thomas Bukowski, who wrote the book on it. When you got people out here trying to teach pattern tradings, and then all they do is just pull it off Google or whatever the thing, and they're just kind of, I see some of them just kind of guesstimating from the way that they talk. Give some accurate. Have a textbook. Don't listen to the wino on the street tell you how to make something. Go get a textbook or something. However that came across. Anyway, let's move on. Can we turn the page? Is it time to get some ton yet? How's ton been doing? I've had some. I haven't been. I've been watching it with all the stuff with the rest and all that. That kind of threw it for a loop. And so I haven't pursued it as hard as I was going to. She's been kind of sitting there. So to me, that tells me that they see this as a big threat and trying to send a message. He was very fortunate. But it's a way also with all that bad publicity and scare and stuff that it will have an effect also on the token and the projects and the whole environment itself. So in some senses that makes me want it more. It's got something they don't want it to have, which is privacy and encryption, and it's in a channel. I don't see a partial decline, so I mean, technically she can fall. Ton. Let's see what you're up to. Okay. Well, if this is our accumulation zone and we've been retesting it and holding above it, that's great. So we don't want to lose that. If we lose that, oh man. If we lose that, we could be going down to 376 or 392. We don't want to do that. And that is right at the bottom of the channel. So both of these theories have confluence with each other, saying, oh, it could happen. It could happen. And we don't want that to happen. That would suck. If it can get bullish, and that's hard to see right now because, you know, we started with some trend. This was our trend line. And she'd lost it right up here. So, let's turn to MACD. I don't know. You're. I like that lighter bar there. I like the way it's turning, making me. She's thinking about it and finding support here. This was, what was it again? This was. Oh yeah, you're 618. So, yeah, it could. It could definitely get right up there to 682 if we can break out. I'm also going to put 656 out there. So that would be the bullish scenario if we do break out, if we do find support here, we could actually get 656, 680, get back to these areas that we were. It's right. Look to the left. If we draw, oh wow, I mean it's kind of wild when you do this, and then you actually apply it by looking to the left, because you should always look to the left to see the previous price history. That's when you're using this or any kind of support resistance or whatever points that you're looking for. Always look to the left. Always look to the left, and if you see something there, you probably got something. And that's a little range we had a hiccup on, so those will be areas that we'll have problems with if we can break out of this. So let's hope. Now, so this will be resistance, and that doesn't stop us from getting there at all. It's not a problem. we can do it. So we got that going for us. And then we got, well, this trend line. And if you zoom in, looks like she's kind of respecting the angle a little bit. We'll let it play out and kind of see, but it looks like we might have a little bit of respect for an angle going on there. And if so, well, why don't you just do it this way? Why don't we? I got a different angle from doing it this way, but let's see what that looks like. This is a very valid way to try to get a trend line, for real, for real. And that might be what we really need to look at. Because that one's kind of established. It might even include this one over here a little bit, so. There might, but if you do that, that might mean she comes back down here and tests this area. Now that makes sense because the moving averages are in the negative right now. They don't look too happy. So if I had to guess about ton, I would say there's a good chance, from what I see here, that we might come back and touch these areas in the low fives again, and then maybe try to get our little breakout to come up to 650. That would make sense to me from what I see on the daily. 4 hours, she's got work to do. There's a cloud that might help us out. A nice little double bottom area from down here, maybe confirming. She's got to get back above here, which would be getting above that 200 moving average to confirm it. And if she can flag out there, and then we can get a measured move, and that would take us up here. So she's got some work to do. Hate to see that line cross, though. That just gives her more work to do. Don't need that. She can turn it around if she gets something going on right now, though. And it looks, there's a bullish divergence right here, so maybe this is it. Altcoins are starting to look just a little bit bullish right now. Where we could start getting paid over here. Resistance. Yeah, I would look up in these areas. Anywhere along this trend line. Chris says, go to space and get stranded for 12 months or marry a girl with 5 kids. You stranded alone in space? A swing low fit voodoo. All right, so meme coins are popping off, and I'm going to take a look at, because I noticed my little meme coin's popping off. I want to see what she's doing. The one I decided to go with, just because I'd seen it having a good pump before, is one called Motion. So I put a little bit more into this one than I put in the other ones. Oh, baby, yes, do it. They look so little here. What's up? See, she can do all this. This is what she did back in July, not long ago. And I'm sitting here thinking, from where we are now, if you just get halfway up there, that would take my $400 and give me like, maybe 5,000. I like it. Let's do it. I want some more of it. This last time I just put 100 in though. I mean, I took some profit last time she got up, so, but then I just, when I saw her coming down, I got mostly out, got back in and just put 100 in each. Now it's worth 200 now. I might have added a little here and there on a dip, but she's coming up today, so nice. Oh, we got the little range thing here. What's it saying? I'm looking for this guy here. I'm see what this little puppy can do. But if you can give me $5,000, baby, you're my best friend, Motion. I like you. So that's one that I'm playing. Oh, and I'm also playing. Oh yeah. Smoking chicken fish. And this is what she did. Yeah, baby. Nice roundy roundies. We like the roundy roundies. The roundy roundies make things kind of start pointing north. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Roundy things have a way of doing that. It's amazing. Look, she cleared that She cleared that resistance level. Swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And screw you, road dog. We're going to the moon. Broke out of that. She got rejected over at the 618, as they normally happens a lot of times. A pullback area did not come back below our. This was when we're looking at it in just this direction, or the direction we pulled it. This was the accumulation zone. She gets up. She starts fumbling around here a little bit. Finally, this is why I often skip this 0.5, and sometimes I even skip this one, because most of the time when they get out of this area, especially if they're showing some signs, they just want to go to the 618, right? And then, of course, they lose it. So that's why it's a take profit target. And then they come back here. Usually they retest this one, but can come back and retest this one. So we pull fibs to kind of figure that stuff out, to fine tune this. But just looking at the overall map, and she came back, got her strength. She's making a rounding nice move here. Smoking chicken fish. She's going parabolico. Now she may come back and I would say she will probably come back and retest this about 10 cents. Where you at right now? I need to take profit. She already doing it. Look at you. She ran up here to 14 cents, and now she's that's the only thing about using this particular type of candles. It's hard. Well, I guess we do get a wick. So she's already ran up and come back. Okay, so I'm on the 4-hour chart here, by the way. Look, trend line, as close as you can get to that trend line on the entry on this one before she takes off again. Not financial advice, just saying that's the best way to control your risk reward ratio. I guess I should finish that thought up with some little safety ideas here. So if that's an idea here on the 4-hour, what does it look like on the 1 hour? I gotta get my other candles back. I'm sorry, guys. She's a little far now. She might come back here, though. I like this for a trade setup. Are we going to do a trade setup? Looks like we're doing a trade setup. Is this a long? Is that the longie? Oh, no. She's taking off. FOMO in. No, don't FOMO in now. Oh, goodness, Lord. Or if you do, just $1. Just $1. See what she does. So what I would ideally do is try to get my stop loss as close as I could below this trend line, wherever she's at right there. And then if you were to FOMO in now, you'd have to settle with 11%. I'm just saying, let's go to a smaller time frame. Oh my gosh, she's getting ready to moon. I gotta jump in now. And then we go to the 1 minute and she's looking tired. So what's she doing? Is she rocking or is she coming back down? Give her a chance. Maybe we can get it down to 9%. One thing that you can do if you're, the smallest amounts here, I mean small, I mean this. Put the bulk of what you want to put. If you got $100, I mean, we're talking about maybe $2. Maybe adding 4 here, maybe adding 10 down. You're stacking it. So you try to get where by the time it gets down here, you're maybe putting in your $25 or $35. You want the bigger orders down here as long as you can get it. That way, your stop loss, well, you're lowering your place, your average entry, and then your stop loss can be lower if you want, without putting you with the same amount of risk. Or lower the risk that you're putting in. It can take it, it kind of average your entry price more toward here. And that way you only got a 5% stop loss. You see those kind of ideas. So if your degen is just gnawing at you, you can, what I've been with, I just, you give them a few quarters to go play with the gumball machines, and that they're kind of happy for a little while with that. Oh, let's see what he does. It kind of satisfies the little degen urge, but just give them a little bitty account to play with or something, or just little rules to go, it's little kids. It's our ego. It's our little kid in us is all it is, and we just gotta kind of treat it like a little kid. And here's a little candy. Here's a quarter. Can't do it anymore with a quarter. Here's a debit card. Go have fun with the gumball machine. And here we are coming down. You little FOMO. You little degen. Tell me who already went in. Be honest now. Who went in on smoking chicken fish? Because because that number was going up. But I do think did we get a target? Crap, I don't even think we technically set a target. We're just going back to where she was before. That's 40% gains just to go back where she was. Risk reward is 7-1. That's a hellacious trade just to make it back where she was. Smoking chicken fish. Took her. This one got low. This one made me think, why did I ever go with you? But I'm like, why aren't you doing better? I mean, they have the funniest videos on YouTube. I'd love to watch they're little short cartoon videos, kind of like South Park in a way. Tucker Carlson and everybody, a lot of the famous people on YouTube. Even Big Boy is on there. Rand's on there. It's fun. I mean, for a meme thing, I would think, yeah, you should be on the right track. So I think Crypto Banner did a good job with that. I like that. But she did suffer and come down to 0.006 cents, and that's like, this bag sucks now. But now we're starting to turn around on Tucker, right? On the daily. This is over the past 2 weeks. Tucker's been doing good. It went from less than a penny to almost half a penny up to almost 2.3 cents now. Oh, we go. Let's switch up our music just a little bit here. Sometimes the voices in the background might a little distracting there. So swing high to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. So this is our 236 discount area. Accumulation zone is what I call it. However you want to look at it. This is where when you look back in a few years, you're going to, or in a few months, you're going to say, oh, I should have bought one if she was down there. That's what that thing is. You name it whatever you want to, but that's what it's going to make you do. That's the effect it's going to have. And it gets us a nice target, that 618. Why am I going with the 618? Because I look to the left and I see all that noise right there. She might even, I think she can break through the 0.5. I doubt that this one gets hit soon, but we'll throw it up there. Just because, but 6.3 cents. We're at 2 cents now. Tell me that ain't gonna come up. Tell me that's 188% gains. That's almost a double moon bag. You put $100 in this thing, and if it gets up there, which it should, it may not happen as the day that you want it to happen, but it should be going up there, doing its best. Maybe you want to go down a little higher. I mean, there's little areas over here you can take. There's always these areas you can take profit over, but that's the one that's going to have the real payday. And if you're patient, it can get there. But $100 turns into $300. Pretty good. That's the kind of gains we like in crypto, without waiting 2 years to get it. So breakout here. Let's go down and find it. We did our analysis on the daily. Let's see what we got going on the 1 hour. Ride this pony, baby. You just rock it. And look, the 9 crossed the 21. We're above across the 200. We're above the 200. We're going parabolic right now. So it looks like we're coming up here to 0.027. Retest that area and may fall back. All the breakouts, remember, they do have a chance to pull back. Now, if we extend this angle that we took and put it to the wicks, we can see that we haven't quite yet broke out to the extremity, so that's probably why she shot us down. Shame on you. This is my least favorite thing to do right here, because, well, I mean, it's not bad if you got a trend line, I guess, but stop losses below the major trend line should save you in case this one decides to not go up and tank. It's still on the table, we can do that, but good time to use stop loss. Look, an inverted head and shoulders. Actually, it's a bottoming pattern. We're on the bottom. It's because the price came down to it, so it's got a place to go back up to. So yeah, I would say, yeah, good call. Inverted head and shoulders. But overall, your little local pattern, if you're actually looking at it, is, well, before we got there was one of these guys. 70% chance that breaks up if you were just following that idea alone. Where's she gonna go, Road Dog? Where's she gonna go? Do I look like I'm from the future? I look like I'm from the Rocky Horror Picture Show is what I look like. Here on the 1 hour, this is telling me it's got a measure move at 0.209 cents. That from where we are right now, getting up there would be 29% gains, which is nothing to sneeze at if she is doing a retest of this 200 moving average on the 1 hour and retest of the trend line of the breakout that it had. But remember, when she comes back up here, she's still got to get through, right? Took her. The other night, we looked at SPX 69. And very recently it hit 48 cents. You've got no targets. Did we not do this somewhere else? Oh, we did on COINEX, right? Well, I got nothing to show for a target. Well, crap. We did this though. Where did we do it? Maybe not. Maybe I did it over here. I bet I did. No, I wouldn't have. SPX 69,000. Oh, I wasn't here either. Anyway, she's had a good day today, so there we go. Not the time you want to buy, or not the time, but I decided since she was doing all of this, I'm like, that's probably going to keep on going. I'm just going to go ahead and ride that train. Just started getting in and then wait for the bigger move as it's coming. There she is. So meme coin's popping off. Crazy. But then again, I mean, to be fair, it looks like a lot of things are popping off. Tao's doing awesome. BitTensor, our little baby that I just can't get enough of so far. 646 got up at 679. Wow. Talk about a come up. Do you remember when this thing was sitting like on the cheap in the $200 area? It even wicked all the way down to 170, to 165. Now it's at 646 and like, nobody wants this thing. Yeah, I can't. No, I'm not gonna buy it at that. I ain't gonna buy it at 300. And here it is at 600. It's funny how those voices inside your head sound stupid when you give them a week or two, and like, I'm not gonna touch that. That's too high, man. You gotta get cheaper, man. You know you're coming down, and then does it? That sucks, doesn't it? Oh, and she's respecting that angle too. She's going for it. Where are you going, baby? Where are you? Take me with you. Take me with you, Tao. Well, I guess I gotta reevaluate any kind of shorting ideas I got at the current moment for it. Reevaluate that. Oh Lord. Lao. All right. You doubled my fibs, man. Here, let's get. We can go ahead and label the fibs first and then erase them. It looks to me like we're headed to. For real? I got 840, but let's see if we get a pit stop here at $712. If you're looking at the idea of a channel that we broke out of, and I'll just take the strict measure move. Could probably tighten up that channel, to be honest with you. Honestly, I would think that was more like it. And technically, she may not be broken out of this channel. But if she does, if she can pull it off, it says we might go all the way up here to, well, 886. I'd probably go 888. But as we kind of, give ourselves some room for this and apply that angle there, I mean, it can be happening. Don't get it twisted. It can be happening. We still got, but it's also a little bit of a rising wedge. So if she does break out, man, parabolic. It may even be stronger than this. That would be sweet. I like that idea. Let's go do it. Go do it. Show us. Make it happen. Crazy thing is, MACD kind of likes that idea. That duck lip, those ain't duck lip. That's a duck grin. That's an ear-to-ear grin right there. Ducks have ears? They got ears. Ooh, hello, duck. So these things, that's strong. And here I am calling for a possible dump on Tuesday, and everything's looking bullish. I'm still sticking with it, though. We just have to say, you suck, Road Dog, if it doesn't happen. I don't know. I just see some things on the chart that say, be careful on Tuesday. Turbo. Don't look as impressive on the daily, does it? It's a similar situation we got with Bitcoin, where the 9 crossed over the 21 on the daily, and here she is trying to go over it, but I'm wondering how far it will go. With Bitcoin, we got a 200 moving average. It's also giving us resistance right above this. On this one, we don't, which should be bullish for it, but I want to see how fast it takes for that to cross over bullishly. Looks like we're headed to 00717 area. Retest that area. Who knows? It may even pop up higher. It's got a little bit of stuff to work through with the moving averages to go higher, but by the time she gets there, it might have worked out all the kinks. If she does break through that, I'll be looking at 0.0083. That's a blue line, and I believe that should be an actual measure move. No, it may be, but it's a 786 fib, so great target there too. Space. Floka doing good, says Sam. All the memes are doing pretty good right now, so it's a good idea to look at a place that you might want to try to get paid. That's nice, and it's also a little bit roundy, kind of roundy right there. I'll start here. I think you can see the roundy better. Well, this tool is very subjective. I don't like to, when I do use it, I don't like to go back and finagle anything, because I'm like, well, I can make this go wherever I want it to. I'm like, oh, look, this is a parabolic right here. I mean, somehow I just find more luck if I just let it do its natural curve. That's what I try to do, whether it's wrong or right. I just try to let it do its natural curve and just kind of lay it up. And if it doesn't, then I just try to redraw. I don't. But I'm like, oh, well, I can make this thing say whatever the hell I want it to say. Look right there. It's too subjective for me to move it around. That's why I don't want to skew any. Give me a bias. It's hard enough to keep all your biases out of your head anyway. I don't need something to give me another one. That's one reason why I think it's kind of silly when price goes up and just immediately think that she's just gonna flag out, or I mean, I think that gives you a bias. And so you can also just come right the freak down, just like it did here and like it did here. It didn't just flag out there, did it? Maybe on a smaller time frame, maybe it looked like it did or something, but yeah. When you start getting these roundy parabolic moves and you start going sideways and flagging out, be careful. How many times do they work out? How many times do them flags to the upside work out when you're up there? I mean, you got to ask yourself, because there's resistance there from something. there is something there. It's resistance. There's going to be previous resistance, horizontal support. There's going to be diagonal resistance or a fib area. There's something there, and yeah, and if you don't clear that out, then it can go against you, and then you look like a morning YouTuber on a 1 minute chart. So, Floki, I guess we need to zoom out. Nice. Look at that flag. Oh my gosh, we're going to the upside. Now, when we see somebody do this, to the upside. I mean, especially if they draw a flag. But there is something here. But remember, this should be as far as we should hope that it would go, right? Trend line. Oh, respect that angle. Look at you. All right, that's cool. That means we got a channel right here. We got 200 moving average at the top of that channel. Looks like a great target for me. Boom. Top of the channel. I always like to get a second opinion from my Fibonacci. Oh, look at what you're saying. You're saying you're going to have a headache right here. Or could. You could have a problem with getting officially past it. 0.00015, but what 0.00018 looks good, and I'm just telling you, I'm gonna be in it. I'm gonna look for this. I want these guys. I want paid. Actually, I'm okay. Yes, I'm this one. 0.00042 is worth holding the bag for. That would be 200, almost 200% from where we are right now. I've already got a bag of Floki, and to me that looks like a good place to get paid. I'm looking for my chat and you guys have disappeared. Did you run off? Where'd you guys go? Sean? Lock the door. Don't let them leave. BIAO for a Lambo. Now for a Lambo, I don't know what that is. Do I like Bobo? I don't know anything about Bobo. Chris says, I'm going to donate some money to cancer research if this money really comes. My mom has like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear about that. I hate that disease. I just hate that happens to people. It starts getting me to start thinking about life and death and like, you know, why are we in a world of death? Because it's just everything dies. I mean, I know transition, everything change, but it's just like, man, everything. Why is it set up this way? Why? And then we go back, I guess, in of course, in some concepts back to original sin concept, but I'm like, but still, the animals didn't eat the fruit. Why they died? Why is there? Everything else is, I don't, it's just crazy. I hope I didn't get on a weird stuff, but no, doing something good like that, and yeah, I hope so. But Chris says, but she's doing good. I'm glad to hear that. That's good. That's good. And, you know, we should be getting some good treatments coming soon, especially with AI. If we can use this right and, you know, use it ethically, I mean, yes, there's so many things just right around the corner. But corporate greed and then government, with whatever they got going on, just seems to kind of throw the whole things off. Sometimes I think they just, well, keep it secret. Nobody knows about it. But I mean, it's coming. It's coming. Right, I think we'll start seeing some good breakthroughs. Have I seen CuCoin before? Yeah, I've got some of it. I can't remember. I bought it on Safe Trade. I'm thinking about the right one. Do they have it over on? You got it on CoinEx now? You didn't have it before, I don't think. There. I don't remember how many zeros it had when I got it, but it was a long time ago. It was a while back. I guess I should check on that. It's got a weird wallet and stuff. It's not your normal coin, you know. It's kind of different to mess with, and the wallet setup was kind of different and unusual. 618, that's nice. I need to pull up that wallet. How many X's can it do? Because it's got so many zeros that it shouldn't take much for it to move to go somewhere, right? And let's get a bigger chart. I can't remember who would have had it earliest. DeFi Llama would probably. No, that sucks. Gate.io was good for early charts, but I had it before then. I've had this little sucker for a while. So I can't buy any chart to give me reference about where I got it. But we'd look to see what we've got going on here. Hopefully I'm up and not down. I don't remember having that many zeros. I thought it only had maybe 4. Or, 5. Yeah, maybe 5. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe we're back where we were. It did have 4, then I lost. I think I had more than 4. Anyway, here we go. Tibbs, do it again. Get our good little target right there. 0.0. All the zeros. There are 5 zeros now, and 2802 is the target. Or view it as a to take profit target, or a place just to watch for it to recover. And if it recovers, then it's worth holding on for this guy. In my opinion. I mean, you got others in between to take, but that's the main one that I would look for. Is at 618. And that's at still 5 zeros and 52,902. What'd you think of Purple Peppy? It's on BitMart, Solana meme coin. I don't know. Let me look at Bobo first, since we are kind of doing some meme coins tonight. Bobo. I don't know which one I'm looking at here. There's Bobo and Weath. Seems to be the best one to go with, that I can tell. So I'm going to go with that one. I mean, it looks like she's starting to do stuff. I mean, she came down to the bottom. It looks like higher highs and higher lows so far. Seems to be testing an area of support resistance there. I think it looks pretty good. I can do support and resistance too. I just can't find a label to label. So what we got? 5 zeros and 1678 would be a decent area to take some profit. I don't know if this is going to tell us anything on this. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. 74%. Up here at the top of this range, we get another good area. That's 140% gains up there to 2350. 5 zeros and 2350 for Bobo. Not bad at all. She's, I mean, a breakout of this trend line. There's a little bit. It looked like it's trying to curve here anyway, then drop. But that looks cool. Notice this angle thing we got going on here. I don't know if you've seen that, but you know, that's what's so cool about it. About trend lines, if you just take them a step further than where you thought they were going. So if we get a breakout from there, we should be headed up. That would be cool. If you connect these little dots, then you might see, oh, you did it. Looks like she's actually got a breakout of a little channel here. She's in a little bitty, can you double this? She's in a little bitty skinny channel, technically. And just looking for a breakup to get these areas above that. What was it? Purple Peppy on BitMart. I did, a meme coin I bought recently was Baby Peppy. Purple Peppy BitMart, okay. We're on the daily. She's below the 9, so I'm not going to say anything good about it until we get above that. When we say something, when we get above the 9, I'm saying everything's fine. So that's the first thing to recover on the daily. It's the 9-moving average. Look to see if she starts recovering on the smaller time frame. She hasn't got it on the 4-hour yet either. She's got it on the 1 hour. You're telling me there's a chance. She can at least come up to test this 200 moving average, maybe a little bit before. Kind of the same thing we just looked at the other coin. There's a little bit of, it's a little roundy shape there, so it's not going to give a really defined angle, but we can still get our trend lines here. I like that. Well, if I had to guess for a shorter term target, since I'm on the 1 hour, it should be a pretty much given. I'm looking at a 618. .0000671 looks good to me. If you want to go with the measure move aspect, and I'll just, well, let's do it Bukowski's way. I don't know if this is the way he actually does it, but the math works out, so I just try to go with the easiest method. It's also getting us right up there in that area. Bukowski measure move takes us right up to retest that little wick we went to. What gets wicked off, it gets candlesticks, what the saying says, so I think there's some confluence in that idea. We gotta mark that one as the actual measure move. This was, I forgot, that was, I was gonna mark it wide, I forgot what it was. I think it's a 786, but I can't swear to it. Park to get. If it breaks out, we can get up there. It's about 18% gains. Wall Street Bets on Facebook talks about it a lot, says Jason. Steven C3, hey, welcome to stream, man. Glad to have you back. Said, I love the technique. Oh, thank you, sir. Uh-oh, I saw Grimmer up there. What did Grimmer say? How's it going, Grimmer? Alright, so I've been going an hour and 35 minutes. It never seems as long as it does. So, altcoins total 3 still looking good for right now. Even though it hasn't got past that rejection there, that little area, that little blue line hasn't made it past there yet. That'd be great if it does. If it doesn't, you know, and hopefully we're taking advantage of the pumps that we're getting on some of these things, right? getting paid in some kind of way. That's mainly what I'm doing right now. I've already got my limited order, so I've just been watching myself get paid as these numbers have been going up. So I'm not in here trying to, I gotta buy it now. I'm just like, I'm getting paid. I'll wait for it to come back somewhere. I'll wait for you to play out, and then when you get tired and come back down, and then you keep coming back down, and then you keep coming back down, I'm gonna try to buy you then. Change it up a little bit. Don't chase them green candles. So Bitcoin 63,511 right here. Let's take a look at it on the small time frames. Remember, flag to the upside. We're going to $80,000. Well, let's put that trade in. No. You have to give it a little time, and then you can see the resistance kind of starts winning. It doesn't always just instantly win, especially everybody's all excited. But she lost that 9 moving average, 618 Fibonacci. Highly likely that's as far as she goes. And I don't know if you haven't been on the stream. Well, we nailed it. Yeah. I'm just saying. Just looking. This trend line right here would definitely reinforce my 618 idea. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing it. At first, I was looking like, oh, we could go 65. I had a little move there, but just blind my trend lines. I don't know. There's just magic in the trend lines, baby. It's there. It will tell you something if you ask it the right questions. And I suggested maybe we come back to 63,351 and possibly even lower. So, or to retest this, because this is what people don't talk about. We break out of a falling wedge. Well, you can come back and retest where you break out on any of these things, any of these patterns. There's actually a percentage chance that it will. So we got that idea too. So where are you at right now? Oh, are you almost there? Well, you nailed it. Ichimoku Cloud says we could probably be coming back down here. A deeper retest. May not actually touch this line, but right in this vicinity could be on the radar again. We still have this trend line here that it could technically cross, but this one should be support. This little halfway mark, 50 moving average. 50 moving average, what are we on, the 6 minute? Any deep retracements, I would call this a deep retracement. We lost the 9 and the 21 by the moving average strategies, right? If we're coming back to the 50, that should be our deep retracement. If we lose that, then you expect deeper. And you know it's going to be a minute before she figures out what she's going to do. If she's going to keep going up, she'll have to kind of regroup a little bit, reconsolidate a little bit down here and bounce, or she could keep going. But a 50 would be a good place for it to bounce. So I'm looking at 63,373 is what the number I got here, but basically right there's 50 moving average on this particular time frame. Looking forward to see if maybe she might change her mind a little bit, and still she could just easily go right back up. 618, retest it again, fall over, or maybe bust through. These can be fun because this line just keeps on going, baby. If we start bouncing up, oh man, we just always, every time we get a pullback, you just keep got a higher target to shoot for. Doesn't mean it's always going to get hit, but it does make it a lot more fun in this game. Bitcoin on the pullback. Yay! It's nice to see price do what, the charts tell you that it can do, rather than just immediately just guessing that everything's a flag to the upside. Because after a while, I mean, you don't always have flags. It's a great idea. There's confidence for it. Don't get me wrong. There's just also a bunch of resistance saying, ain't happening today, baby. Just ain't doing it. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I will be back again tomorrow. Trade carefully. Be cautious, especially on Tuesday. I'm just saying that. That's all I can say. Tuesday, be cautious. Monday might be interesting. Now, if they run the price up tonight, we got false move Monday coming up, and then we got Tuesday when, you need to be careful. Just play it safe this week. They're going to be playing games with us right now. Everybody in crypto's bullishly now for October, and they will be bullish come Monday morning. Them thumbnails are probably be declaring that we're going to 80,000, and we do. I hope we do, but I see some warning signs early this week. Just be cautious. See you guys. Have a good one. God bless. Sean, are you asleep again? Somebody poke him.
Come on, come here, bud.
Ain't nobody gonna poke me, Road Dog. Y'all stay. Yeah. Nobody poking me.
Dang, Sean. Come on, dude.
I don't need to analyze every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you.
There was this one time at main camp, and I had this headache, and I wasn't feeling too good, but I asked my bunkies here. I said, man, you got anything for a headache? And gave me some pills, and I don't know, I took them. I slept good that night, but man, I woke up, my headache was gone, but my rear end just hurt. I don't know. Every time I take them pills, my rear end hurts, but I do sleep good.
Sean, you can go home now. Go, just go.
I was just sharing about my life.
Liquidated in the long drawn out, Sister Linda. Good night, sir. Good night, everybody. See you, Jason. See you, Chris. See you, Sam. I think I got everybody's left here. Good night, everybody.